Hey, what's going on, Gemini? How are you? Gemini, thank you so much for being here. You guys, you already know how much I appreciate your time and your energy. And if you're here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, Gemini, this is going to be your 2019 read for the last half of March. So, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, this will be for you. If the messages don't resonate to you, then, don't force it at all. Just check out your Moon, Rising, or Venus sign, or just check out your any other reader here on this platform. Okay, there's a lot of great readers. So Gemini, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to keep the same format as the first half of March. So let's go ahead and pull from the Black Moon deck just to get a general overview of what the energies will be looking like around you for this time frame. So universe, please allow us to be able to interpret what energies will be circling Gemini, or what energies will Gemini be operating under for this time frame for the second half of March of 2019. Please give us some insight that we may be able to understand. Okay. All right. So we got two cards. Wow, Gemini. So Gemini, right? You would. So the first card that we have is card number 32, which is 8th house energy, endings and beginnings. And then we have Leo, I will. Okay. So Gemini, this is definitely operating on some Scorpio / Leo type energy. This isn't opposite energy, no. I don't think that. What's the opposing sign? The opposing sign is would not be that. Oh, anyway, just forget that I said that. Gemini. Anyways, so I was just thinking way too much. But anyways, so yeah, we do have Scorpio energy and Leo energy here. There's a lot of changes, a lot of things that you want to end, a lot of things that you want to end so that you can begin to go into the other things, right? And all it really is going to take from you here, I feel, is like that determination. Okay. That that I am going to do this. I will be able to do this. It's like you kind of talking or psyching yourself up in your mind to do something. Yeah, this is where you're probably going to be realizing where a lot of the changes that you're trying to implement will only be implemented, or will only actually take effect once you actually believe it will. Okay. So we're going to pull some tarot here to see what this is also about. And maybe we'll see if there's any other energy that might jump out at me. Spirit, please allow us to be able to interpret your messages for Gemini as it relates to the energy that is here before us. 8th house is very mysterious energy as well. Okay, so maybe there's something about, I feel like maybe there's something about your reputation, Gemini, that you're probably trying to change, that you're trying to end, that you're trying to overcome. Excuse me. All right, let's go ahead and get everything pulled out on the table. Thanks for being patient while I do so. All right, and then our card from under the deck we will put there for later. All right, so what is the more central energy here for you, Gemini? So we've got the 5 of Cups, okay? So moving through the second half of March, Gemini, I feel like a lot of you, there's definitely been some sort of change that's happened. Maybe your feelings have changed about something or someone. Maybe there's a certain aspect that has changed about a situation that is causing you to just kind of, be a little bit saddened by it. I feel like you may be a little bit, kind of depressed about it, maybe down in the dumps about it for, some sort of time, maybe, some little bit of time. Okay. In fact, I feel like in a way, this is exactly the opposite of this energy. This is where like, you're feeling really kind of depressed or overwhelmed here about some sort of outcome that wasn't ideal. And then this is like where you're saying to yourself, you know what, no, I'm going to make sure that, the outcome that I want will be the outcome that I get, So, interesting duality there, Gemini. And of course, you are the twins. So let's move forward. What is the past energies? Okay. So the energy that comes up in your past or, at some point for you in your past, you may even be going through this right now. There's definitely been like a lot of soul searching, a lot of inward processing, excuse me. Excuse me, trying to keep my mic from sliding. Hopefully that works. Okay. So anyways, there's definitely been like a lot of soul searching, a lot of trying to solve problems from within your own self. I'm getting the Five of Cups and the Hermit that are both actually facing the same direction. So to me, it kind of tells me that, something has happened first, whether it is that, you're looking within yourself for something or about a particular situation, and then you're just not really happy about what it is that you really see there. Maybe what you see there within yourself just kind of just destroys the more fundamental narrative of what you always thought was there within yourself. Okay. Present energies is the King of Pentacles. Okay, Gemini. So this is interesting. Who else had this card right there? Actually in that same position. I think it was Taurus. Yeah, Taurus, I think, had that same position right there. So I don't know. There may be a Taurus in your midst. Maybe someone, maybe this person, okay. So for some of you, maybe it's where like you kind of, I don't want to say like you're envious of them, but maybe there's just some things about their persona that you wish you had, or that maybe you wish you could live up to. And, I'm not trying to like dog you, Gemini. I'm not trying to say that you guys are like, that you guys don't have any type of personality or that you're not anything like that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, we all get like that. There's always this person that you see and you're like, dang, maybe I wish I could be a little bit more like them in this way. Maybe I feel like, there's maybe some, some Taurus or some earth sign that's in your environment that you just wish you could be more like in certain ways, and or there's just some person in your environment that you wish you could be, more established like this person. And again, the Five of Cups there, I just feel like, there's just a part of you that just kind of feels like you don't necessarily measure up in a way. And it's a little bit of insecurity here. Okay, so now we have the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. So how that looks for you in the future here is the Queen of Pentacles. And I like this energy because what this tells me here is that in the future, I think that you kind of get it together, or maybe you kind of find a little bit of your stride a little bit here. You say, okay, well, you know what, here's this King of Pentacles. Here's this person that I feel like I wish I could be a little bit more like. Here's this person that, I wish I could, have money like how they have money, or I wish I could have resources like how they have resources, or I just wish I could be just, more stable or financially stable, like how they are, or, there's just something about them, some sort of tangible aspect about them that you just wish that you probably could have more like. And then how that looks for you later with the Queen of Pentacles. To me, what this feels like is you achieve that level of foundational success. You achieve that base level of foundation, or you achieve whatever it is that you've been like going after, and whatever it is that you've been looking for on a base level. But not only do you achieve it, but I feel like with the being that, the queen is someone who is a lot more introspective, I feel like you're kind of humble about it as well. Like, you have these resources, you have this foundation, you have this kind of support pad, but you might just not necessarily be so flaunty with it. Or if you do help, it's like you're more like of a silent helper, so that could be what comes out of this in the beginning, possibly what comes out of this later on. But let's move forward here. Let's see what the underlying issues are. The Devil. Could this be what is holding you back from being as foundationally sound as you would like to be, right? With that Devil card, right? This is where some of you may be saying, okay, you know what? There's something going on within me that I need to break away from, because it is causing me to kind of stay in this depressed mind state, or kind of causing me to kind of stay in my feelings and not really be, and not really recognize, the things that I do have, the things that I can build off of. Okay. I feel like a lot of you will be coming through this time frame, for a lot of you, for like maybe the middle part of the last half of this month, where you're really recognizing the things that are holding you back, and the things that kind of are holding you in one place, right? And you're going to be again using that will of yours to break free and really change and transform those aspects about yourself. Okay. Because, and I see that here, even just in these little bit of cards, you've moved from being depressed about something that's holding you back to potentially being someone of high status. And, well, not to say that, not to degrade the status of anyone at all. But just to say, you just become this person that, just at least has it a little bit more together. Okay. Present environment is the Magician or the Alchemist. So definitely Gemini, you guys really have all the tools. You really do have all the tools. And I don't think that for a lot of you, I don't think that you've realized it yet. I think that whatever experience that you've gone through recently, I think that it has been a little bit discouraging for you. It kind of has left you with like maybe a sour taste in your mouth, like I'll never get this successful, or I'll never build up to this point. But with the Alchemist here, this is really telling me that for a lot of you, you guys are going to be turning that all around, or you're in the process of turning that all around, with it being in this row here with the Five of Cups and the Hermit card. This is, yeah, again, like you're definitely soul searching. You're definitely looking at the tools that you already do have within yourself. And eventually you're going to kind of pick your head up a little bit and really see that Two of Cups here on the other side. Your hopes and fears here in this situation is the Princess of Wands. So the Princess of Wands or the Page of Wands comes up in the hopes and fears. I feel like there's just, there's a level of inexperience here in a particular matter. And there's a fear of maybe failing because you're not going to be so experienced as, others around you, or as the person that you're looking up to, or maybe trying to, emulate, not copy, but, just take things from, there's this, again, this fear that you're not going to, achieve that status, or that sort of foundational wealth again. but it really only comes from a level of you just not being as experienced as maybe other people are in the particular field or whatever situation or environment that you're in. Now, with that being said, I do feel like people do look at you as maybe like, yeah, he or she, yeah, Gemini is inexperienced, but you know what, maybe watch out for them though, because they may be like the next coming. Like, people are kind of like, still in admiration of you. People are still attracted to you. People are still gravitated towards you because of some sort of, charm, that you may be putting on, and it may just even be that beginner's charm that that gravitates people towards you. Everybody wants to know the new guy. Everybody wants to know the new girl, So that's interesting though, that pops up there, because, again, it says that for a lot of you, yeah, you're inexperienced, but all eyes are still on you, and all eyes are looking at you in hopes of you to succeed. And again, this is that turning point also where you're actually saying, you know what, I will do this. This is that Leo energy, that fire energy. Again, this is where it's actually being implemented here. Maybe someone is saying, maybe someone is saying, oh, Gemini, you can't do this. But it's like, okay, I can't. All right, well, let me really show you. That's what's really probably what's going to pick up your head a little bit and actually kick you into gear, is somebody giving you the right type of encouragement, which could come from either one of these two people. If this isn't the energy that you are exuding at that time. So the outcome is the 10 of Wands. Interesting. So we go from the Princess of Wands to the 10 of Wands. So this is where you're putting in your dues, you're putting in your hard work, you're gaining experiences. You may have even up to a certain point gained enough experience to be able to, like, in a way, kind of graduate or move to like the next something, I want to say prerequisite, but that's what you do before you get to like a certain level, right? Like you have enough like credits, or you have enough, again, experience to move to a different level here or into a new cycle. Or this is where you're actually at the point where it's like, okay, you know what, maybe now I can go ahead and transform, because again, the 8th house is endings and beginnings. And we know that after the 10 of Wands, what do you have again? Well, we have the Ace of Wands, right? So another new beginning, another new opportunity. I like this energy. I like this. And with it being parallel with the Hermit card here, I get the sense that, the experiences that you do gain from this particular endeavor, or the experiences that you do gain, during this shift of energy, of transformation that you're trying to make, it really does come from within. Okay. So the card under the deck we have is the 6 of Cups. Wow. Okay. So 6 of Cups. Nice. I like this energy. I do get the feeling that for a lot of you, a lot of this is going to be coming from a place of like nostalgia, where it's like, you know what, I want to be completely different than the person that I was before. People are looking at me. When they look at me, all they see is, blah, 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 Gemini from the block. All they see is, blah, 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 Gemini from the playground, or from wherever people know you from, or however, whatever that means for, your reputation, right? But you definitely want to end that. You want to, I think that a lot of people for a lot of you, you're wanting to change the way people are viewing you. And I'm not to saying that, not to say that, a lot of you really care about what people think about you or about the way people see you, but sometimes, your image plays a part in, the opportunities that you, that you reap. And it's a sad truth, but it is reality nonetheless. So I think a lot of you are trying to get into this point of like cleaning up your image. A lot of you, if you like, for some of you, you may be dealing with like, certain addictions, certain dark spaces, right? And when I say addictions, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be drugs. It could be any addiction: drugs, alcohol, food, sex, you know, there's a laundry list of, you know, different things that, you know, can really have people in bondage. And if you're working from that type of energy, or if everything that you've done has been coming from that type of energy, I feel like a lot of you are just wanting to kind of just shape up and just really change the way that people view you. You know, so that way they see, oh, Gemini, oh, that, oh, you talking about Gemini from the block? Oh, they done got their stuff together. Oh, they, you know, they're doing this now, really? You know, and it's just like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Just people begin to see you in a whole new light, all because you willed it to happen. I like this energy. Let's pull some cards to clarify from the Raider Waite deck, or the Radiant Waite deck, to be specific. The way I do this is, once I shuffle the cards and concentrate on the cards, I just continue to cut the cards until Spirit gives me 3 cards to clarify. So one more shuffle and then we'll go ahead and get started. Spirit, please allow us to interpret your messages to clarify this reading for Gemini for the second half of March of 2019. What are the messages for clarification? All right, so we've got the King of Wands. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles, nice. Can I get one more card, Spirit, please? Okay, Spirit gave us 3 more. I'm going to take them. But let me talk about these first. So we got the King of Wands and got the Ace of Pentacles. So this is nice energy. I like this because what this really tells me here is that, you know, with the King of Wands, there is an opportunity for you to kind of allow people to see you in a new light, for people to actually, you know, look up to you for the first time, you know, and to even maybe look up to you as a person who is generous, you know, someone who doesn't mind offering a helping hand, because you have possibly been in that position where someone's advice got you through, or someone's support got you through, whether it was financial, or, you know, they gave you a bed to sleep on for a certain time frame, or it may not even be anything as extreme as that. You know, it could be, you know, someone someone believed in you enough, you know, someone supported you that way. And then now you're in a position to where other people can look up to you and look to you for that same support. So then now we have the 4 of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, and then the 8 of Swords. I see what I see here is I see you really holding on to this new persona that some of you kind of, not that you're creating it, but, you know, this new, not personality, but, you know, this new positive you, right? Like I see a lot of you really holding on to that, really taking stock into, you know, who you are now, and really just, you know, allowing yourself to, you know, just really live a peaceful life. And for a lot of you, that will include travel, that will include, you know, going back and forth, just, you know, between here and there. This could be you, you know, finding solace in just, you know, moving far, far away, and just, you know, just kind of creating a new you, or a new self, you know, because nobody knows you where you are. I mean, there's so many possibilities with that. So many possibilities with that. But more fundamentally, I just feel like a lot of you are definitely holding fast to this new positive view. And you're allowing that to be what pushes you further into peace, and into a peace of mind. And I think that there's just going to be a lot of communication that you're going to be having with a lot more people. So let's see what types of advice you can get to navigate through this energy. I have an interesting title for this already. And it's kind of like a really nerd title, so I wonder if anybody will get it. All right. So we have two cards. We have love, true love and fidelity. And then we also have winds of change. Your surroundings will undergo transition. And yay, that kind of confirms exactly what we've been talking about here. You know, there's definitely getting ready to be some sort of transition that's happening within you, okay, or around you, right? But you know, you are the one that's actually kicking this in. You know, kicking in this. You're the one that's actually manifesting this change. Okay, true love and fidelity. I feel with that being said, like this kind of goes to confirm what I had been saying earlier about you having support, you having people around you that actually really do want to see you succeed, and they want to see you be, you know, a brand new, they want to see you be the best version of yourself. Okay. And, you know, they're there to kind of help you kick it into gear and, you know, put your will into action and actually making those transformations. And then with the winds of change, so your surroundings will undergo transition. This just again confirms that that transition is occurring, and that you know, you're definitely going to be going through some shifts and some changes here into being, you know, just again the best version of yourself. You know, I don't want to say like a brand new you know, because I don't want to think like I don't want nobody to feel like, oh well, you know, they got to get brand new on people in order to change, and that's not what I mean. But you know, just, you know, those little shadow aspects of yourself, you know what I mean, those types of things, still be you, but you know, the best version of yourself, you know. So with that being said, Gemini, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, but it's always been a pleasure to read for you guys. If you want to book a personal reading, all the information will be in the description box below. You can definitely like, subscribe, and comment while you're down there. If you haven't subscribed already, I definitely invite you to, okay? So Gemini, I'll see you guys later on in March when I do your love readings, and I hope that you guys have a great one.